The Nether is no secret anymore, sub, and plenty of players can reach the end. I think we need some more places to travel to. So we went ahead and created 7 new dimensions that should exist in Minecraft 1.16. From faraway endgame places to new destinations you may see yourself traveling to help gear up. Some of these could even be avenues for entire new updates. So let's jump right into it. Number 1. The Deep End. The regular end is a pretty big trek already. You have to get Eyes of Ender, and then find the stronghold, and finally fill in the portal. But once the dragon's defeated, you also have the option to go to the far end. Here you can get end cities, shulkers, and even elytras. But what if you could go even further out? The Deep End would be another level of end you could reach when getting to the end ships that float in the sky. By triggering a command block or some sort of mechanism inside, the ship would fly out to a new region of the end filled with caves and new biomes. This darker, more wild version of the end could have all sorts of life, from chorus trees to strange toxic plants. This would be a whole new world to survive and explore in, except you need the toughest armor to survive. At least netherite or above. And to escape, well, sub, that's a whole different story. The ship you use to reach here is a one-way trip unless you fuel it back up again. Funnily enough, it requires enchantment levels, 30 to be exact. But this is a special type of Ender experience orb that can only be found by doing things and killing mobs in the Deep End. These levels can only be spent on the Ender ship, and once you reach 30, can finally spend them to get back to the end city you came from. Number 2. The Stormlands. Hey, sub! Some players don't really like switching their game difficulty all the time. If they're building, they want peaceful. If they're grinding mobs, probably easy or normal. And if they're looking for a challenge, well, hard mode works quite well. However, changing this in-game can affect your whole world and drastically distorts how you play the game. Maybe it would be better if there was an entire separate dimension you could go to in order to make the game harder. The Stormlands can only be accessed on a rainy day, as the name would suggest. Creating a portal using ice blocks and shooting a channeling trident will cause it to open. Traveling through will bring you to a large open land that is always stormy. Rain, thunder, and snow will constantly descend upon the land, and the world is permanently set to hard. Things like the Nether and the End can be reached here, but they'll also be much harder. Returning to your regular world through the portal, you'll find your old world untouched and unaffected by time. Obviously, in multiplayer, that wouldn't work, but it's still an awesome little area to test your skills. Seems like you're getting plenty of practice in bashing those mobs up. Speaking of which, the viewers at home should also consider bashing the subscribe button. We're nearly at 1 million subscribers. Number 3. The Alternate. Cursed Minecraft is a viral sensation right now, sub. Whether it's lucky blocks, some strange challenge plugin, or even a texture-swapped random drop cursed data pack. What if Minecraft embraced this trend and allowed for something like that to actually be possible in the base game? Think about this. Have you ever heard of parallel dimensions, sub? They're like our world, but a different kind of version. Kinda like a separate bubble, where a lot of things are the same, but there are some slight differences. Most Minecraft worlds are kinda like parallel dimensions of each other, but the alternate would be different. This dimension would exist below bedrock itself, inside of the void. Now you would no longer take damage when falling down there. Instead, appearing in a Minecraft world exactly the same as your current one, but with various texture swaps. A lot of the blocks here have randomized drops, and some mobs could even cause unexpected effects, like a creeper pig. Now I know what you're thinking. How on earth would you get below bedrock? Well, this monumental update would actually change it so that there is a way to break bedrock, and you You'd have to do this by defeating the Wither. Every time you defeat one, a block of bedrock will break in a 100-block radius of your spawn point. Kill a few Withers, and you may just stumble across one of these holes and be able to drop down into the alternate. How do you get home, you ask? Well, in the alternate, bedrock can be broken like dirt, causing you to fall right back into another void and into your classic world. Huh, kinda strange sub, don't you think? Number 4. The Brine Realm. Have you ever wondered where Herobrine may actually live? I mean, there hasn't been any reported sightings in a while. Maybe he's carved out his own special place for himself. The Brine Realm would exist above the nether roof of bedrock that currently sits in the game. Players have been above here before, but it's mostly just an endless layer of bedrock and nothing more. Mojang could tweak this by adding a whole new realm, a kingdom in fact, with bedrock castles and indestructible defenses. This would be an ultimate challenge for only the most daring of players. Of course, this wouldn't be required to beat the game, but there would be a really cool achievement in it for you. The evil entity now spawns randomly in the world. If you hit it, he'll teleport you not only to the nether, but directly to the Brine Realm itself. Herobrine could spawn as a boss the moment you enter. Unlike the alternate, you're completely sealed in here until you defeat the big baddie, or at least anger him enough to teleport you away. He has a health bar, but he can only be damaged by magic such as potions, tipped arrows, and enchanted equipment. But this will not kill him. Surrounding the castle are chests with relics. Combine all 4 in your player crafting slots to create the Orb of Dominance, which sucks all of Herobrine's power away and seals him inside. This can only be triggered once Herobrine's health is low, meaning you need to do a bit of gathering and a bit of fighting. Once gone, you'll be teleported back to the overworld, now with the Orb of Dominance, seen in the Minecraft Dungeons game. What could it be used for? Well, let us know in the comments down below. Number 5. The Green Sea. Nice shot, sub! You're doing well against these guardians. But why did you come down to the Sea Temple? For gold, sponge. Something tells me you need a little bit more down here to make it worth your while. What if defeating the guardian opens an underwater portal on the seabed? This can be traveled through to find an entirely submerged world with a weird greenish water. Here, the underwater update could really thrive with incredible coral jungles, ancient lost cities, and much more. As this world is mostly underwater, with the surface level being at height limit, the smartest thing to do is go in with more than enough water-breathing potions. The Green Sea could hold many mysteries, sub. Perhaps even overgrown Jurassic sea creatures, giant squids, eels, megalodons, you name it. If it doesn't fit in the overworld, we could place it in the Green Sea. Number 6. The Ancient. Speaking of prehistory, Minecraft is very modern. Most of the mobs are based on creatures that are around today. Many modders have already theorized what dinosaurs would look like in Minecraft sub. But what if we could travel back there ourselves? An ancient portal could be constructed from bone and fossil blocks and would allow you to travel to a huge, seemingly ending jungle region laced with various volcanoes and landmarks. Here you'd be able to find more than a dinosaur or two, with great big creatures roaming the land. Perhaps taming them might be even an option. Jurassic Park, anybody? Number 7. The Farlands. Every world has a border, and this border has been known for far too long as, well, the Farlands. And rightfully so. It takes 3 million blocks of traveling to reach it. And once passing beyond the border, you won't be able to place any blocks or do much at all. But what if we took this idea and made it so that traveling beyond the border placed you in a new dimension? The Farlands would keep their originated bedrock look with crazy caves that have non-breakable walls. For the most part, this would be like a big randomly generated dungeon. Wither mobs will spawn here for you to battle and rack up experience against. There's even a chance that you could find a mini wither or two. Hey, you at home! Do you like what we've shown off today? Make sure to show us your support by thumbing up the video. We're almost at 1,000 No, we're not. We're almost at 1 million subscribers. And I think we can get there even sooner, sub. We just need everybody to hit the subscribe button. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's always free.